Hello, everybody. Today is going to be a solo podcast that I'm doing just for our members. And I'm going to take you a little bit of behind the scenes on things that we've seen. So we're going to call it market trends. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will take a look at some of the items together. So as I'm training offices, one thing that pops into my mind, how much the price of the anesthetics has changed. So, and it's not just, the net 32s and places like that you can get the cheaper products anymore. It's actually some of the bigger companies that you will notice that are have incredible prices for the anesthetics. So just by looking at my screen, you will see that if we're looking at Septicane or Orablock or Articaine. So I'm just going to find block Articaine, and you will see that the price is actually going to be ranging from the lowest that we see is 34.78, 38.04, all the way up to the 50s and $60 per box. And you'd be surprised that some of these lower prices are coming from the vendors that are in the top four that historically have been the most expensive. So that's something that I've noticed and I wanted to get out there and that for people to be able to see and compare their prices. So again, looking at the Septicane here, which is a very well-known brand. It's in the 50s and 60s, the lowest price. 48 is the lowest price on the product. And then you go into some of the alternative items like Orablock, and then you will see the prices moving to the 38.16 and 38.04 and things like that. So what I've noticed again is just the price changes so drastically over the last, or has changed over the last couple of months. So you'll see that in anesthetics. Now, the other top product that people purchase a lot is going to be the pouches. And so I haven't noticed too much movement in pouches, but if we just look at some of the basic stuff, the 2.7, and maybe some of the house brands here, you will notice that the pouch is actually staying within the same price range, and they are in about $2.99 for a box of 100 of a 2.25 by 5 or 2.25 by 4. This is actually a box of 200, and so that's a pretty normal, pretty standard price that we're seeing for pouches. So if you're paying anything more than that, I think that would be a red flag. So I would recommend to keep an eye on it. And I think the other part that I wanted to bring up today is going to be the Saline water solution. So a lot of shortages, and so I wanted to go through and show you some of this stuff here. So as we look at some of the distributors that do have the saline irrigation solution, so you will see a lot of discontinued items, and you will see that the Banco Midwest will still carry the product. In some cases, again, depending on a manufacturer, it's only the Midwest that will carry the product and everybody else won't have it. Medline is going to be the same story. So actually here we do have both Banco and Shine carrying the product. So again, this is a little bit tricky, but I would recommend getting in touch with your rep. Unusual for me to say that, but stay in touch with your rep. See if you get the allocations. But it's been a commodity item. I mean, it's the item that is really, really difficult to find nowadays after the what happened in North Carolina. And so again, I would just keep an eye on it and make sure that you guys get enough supply of the saline water solution. And so that would be my third product that I would look at. I would say from the Cavi-Wipes. It's a pretty standard product that a lot of people are buying. We've seen a huge movement in price as well. So let's just take a standard 13. It's a 3-minute kill. It's a pretty standard product. Yeah, it's a 3-minute kill, 160 wipes. It's a per canister. And so now we look at the product and we can look at the prices, and you'll see a huge discrepancy, right? So it's going to be anywhere from $10, $10.29 from some of our partner vendors, but then you also see some of our customers, their client prices are $6.48, $7.47, $6.06. So that tells you that there's a lot of room for improvement. Now, I know that for some of our partner vendors, it's really difficult to get that price. I don't know how the top 3 distributors are getting that price, but it's worth contacting your rep and just discussing like, hey, what's going on with the wipes and how can I get the price and what are the prices that they're seeing. So I would just stick with these 4 products for now, and that's going to be our first market update. So hopefully we'll do more. Thank you so much, and I really hope you guys will find it valuable.